a seminar or a workshop for women of all color. So follow me and you will see all that women of color have to say about the beauty industry.
What all women of colour are doing for women of colour across the globe is fantastic and certainly needs to be applauded. Working annually with Olympia Beauty to create awareness for the needs of women of colour within the beauty industry, giving other women of colour the opportunity to speak to mainstream beauty industry about the needs of women of all colour. The All Women of Colour campaign initiative is a national movement established to celebrate African, Asian, Mediterranean, European, Oriental and Arabic beauty. The All Women of Colour campaign is motivational in providing avenues where brands, new and old, can come together to create an industry think tank.
Into makeup by accident. It wasn't part of my plan. In fact, I didn't have a plan. I just wanted to be skinny and be happy. That's in my 20s. Little did I know that all those years later that I would be collaborating with the likes of the Nail Studio and a few other people that are going to be speaking later. What I really want you to, and I can't reinforce it enough, is empowerment, motivation, partnerships, communication. I mean, there could be two people in this room sat here and now that could be in the future that can collaborate. But what I find is that we tend to be afraid to ask. There are 5 continents. There are over 200 countries in the world. Put your finger on the map. Pick any country. You know, I had no affiliations in Africa, had no affiliations in Nigeria. And it was a dream. I got there, I knew nobody. Now I know everybody. So the message is, you can do whatever you want to do. We have to work, most of us, to achieve what we want. And that glass ceiling is as high as you want it to be, or as low as you want it to be.
So my name is Viola Nube and I'm a serial entrepreneur. Run a few businesses. All my travels I find I have always been asked to bring back cosmetics from international markets, and I think you've just said it, you know, there's very limited products available for black women in the UK. And I know, having traveled to the US, China, wherever else, there is so much more out there, and yet it's not here. The big brands only offer peripherals to us as if we're an afterthought. You know, when you go out into the international market, there is so much more where it's concentrated. I mean, take away Iman, take away Fashion Fair, everybody else really, I felt, was just a peripheral. So when I spend time in the US, living in the US, the product offering there is like 100-fold.
It's Esther Edwards, and I come from a medical, dental background. I'm now manager of a wonderful clinic called the One Wellness Clinic. We're in the heart of London. So my approach is quite different in terms of beauty. What we do is we focus on inner and outer beauty. We give people the ability to be able to change their own lives, realise what their inner beauty is. But there seems to be still this underlying thing which is low self-esteem and confidence. And this is what we help people to come to terms with, or to realise the fact that, you know, we all have this inner beauty and we need to show it. And I just think that it was amazing what happened in the first half of this talk, which was, we're all probably sitting here thinking, I've got something to contribute, but not the confidence to come out and say it. And sometimes it only takes being around 1 or 2 people just to give you that motivation to be able to then, you know, have your own voice heard. And this is why we partnered up with Erica Fremantle. She's allowing women of colour for their voices to be heard. And we're very happy to be working with her.
We need to get back to loving ourselves, okay? Okay, in my whole life, and I know it's because I'm old. I came of age in the 60s. Everybody had a big fro in their head. Everybody I knew, you know, it's like that's kind of. We have to love our lips and our butts and I'm, you know, finally falling in love with my own hair in my 50s. But we must, because I went to school with Beyonce's father. I love Beyonce, I think she's wonderful. But everybody can't look like Beyonce, okay? And we shouldn't all be trying to look like Beyonce. So we have to say, I love me, okay? And I only want to be, and I want to spend money, I only want to associate with people who respect me as I am, okay?
You truly have to believe in your capabilities. You got to walk before you can run. Like in my case, I was running before I could walk. It's not impossible. Whatever you want to do, you can. I'm wishing you all a profitable career. Okay, so anyone can look beautiful. You can have all the brushes and all the makeup in the world, but if it's not making any money for you, you're in the wrong business. So you need to become entrepreneurs. You need to align yourself with movers and shakers, people that are doing. You need to learn how to count money and know that you deserve to count that money. Money has no color. You can be the industry pioneers. You can be the... Thank you very much for coming. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the show again. I have with me the one gently Erica Fremantle, and what Erica is doing is that where women of color don't want to go, that is where she goes. So Erica, why did you come up with the Women of Color campaign?
You know, as a black woman growing up in the UK, I've always felt lost, and I felt that mainstream, my Caucasian counterparts have not taken us seriously. And being an industry icon 30 years, I'm very confident now to articulate exactly how I feel, and I don't really care what anyone has to say, as long as it's said in a very diplomatic and a cordial manner. I feel that with the other industry experts and people that I know, that I've met along the way, I just feel that together we stand united, and I felt that it was enough time now has gone by to approach somebody in mainstream for them to understand what the All Women of Color campaign is about.
And you're going to do a similar Olympia show, Olympia Beauty show in Africa.
Yes.
And so, tell us a little teeny
We're
bit.
very excited. Our show was supposed to be this December. We actually had a date, but because of Ebola, we were taking a lot of international speakers, but they've backed out. So we're looking to do it the first quarter of next year, and we're in partnership with the Olympia Beauty, and we are going to be showcasing the talent that we have in Africa in our own concept on a large scale, similar to Olympia Beauty show.
Woo-hoo. So Africa, get excited. Erica Fremantle is coming, and she's coming big. So we are behind the scenes of the Nana Chechi show at the Olympia Beauty show, but we've just finished a talk or workshop on beauty for all women of color, hosted by the one and only Erica Fremantle. And I have with me a stylist in the person of Nana.
Okay, my name is Lisa. I'm Lisa Chiwira. I'm originally from Zimbabwe.
So what one thing did you take from this workshop for all women of color?
From this workshop, really, I was inspired. I was really inspired because I would like to launch my own business, and I have Viola, who's my mentor, who's mentoring me now. And then a lot of times I sit back and I think, God, I don't think I can do this anymore. It is very hard. But when you hear all those women talking about, businesses, you can do it, it really inspired me. And I'm really happy that I came here and I've seen women who look like me doing big things. I already have Viola, but I've seen many more. So that's really inspired.
Well, thank you so much, and I hope you'll be styling me soon.
I will.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll have a date soon.
I have with me one of the speakers for all women of color workshop. She's in the person of...
Hi, so I'm Viola.
You introduce yourself as a serial entrepreneur. What does that mean?
It means I love starting businesses. It means I love money.
You love money. Okay.
I work full time. I work for a hotel management company, and but I also have other businesses. I run a mentoring company, and we mentor young women into business. We mentor young women into full-term corporate jobs. We also have a fashion design company, and therefore an online company. So for me, business is the way of life.
Okay. You're a mom, a single mom, but you're doing all these great things. So I want you to look into the camera and tell a woman now that could be a single mom or a housewife who wants to do business, you know, who wants to live her dream, what would you say to such a person?
I would say, you know, you got to get up and do it, you know. There is so much available, especially in the UK. There's a lot of mentoring services, there's a lot of financial government support, private investment, networking, all these businesses that I have started. I'm not an expert in them, the beauty industry, I am not an expert in this, but I had to get, when I saw there was a need for it, I started researching, and it is scary, as most people will say, you know, do you take the risk? If you don't take the risk, you'll never know, you know, and I don't believe in failure. I believe that you will fall and you'll get up, and next time when you get up, you've learned something new, therefore you will move on ahead again.
What one thing did you take out of these wonderful workshops for all women of color?
One, it reaffirmed that there is a need for my business. I'm in the right direction. And I think, you know, the saddest thing that I got out is that women of color treat ourselves as if we don't deserve. We deserve the best. We deserve to be entrepreneurs. We've been waiting for a long time for other people to do things for us. Chat shows, you know. We need to empower each other. We need to mentor each other. And I think, you know, today, being at the Olympia, it's a massive space, you know. Women of color need to stand up